We show him the telemetry. The telemetry was designed with the real teams from the Superbike, and we designed it once, and then we had to keep it updated year after year. So he's saying there is, in different parts, the revs, the speed. It's really important to talk with people that really know how it is in real life, because okay, we are game designers, we can create something that could be a good video game, but we're also working on a license. So we really like to stick to that license for our work. Okay, showing that the banking was not right in Monza, so we totally recreated and rebuilt that corner in the track.
Quindi diciamo che il centro del cordolo all'interno è più in basso.
Okay. So these are the bikes. You can see several pictures, real one and virtual one, with a lot of pink squares. This is like the game Find It, okay? Because the artist make the bike as he think is correct. Then he passes to our group, the racing group, the work in progress model, and we have to find everything that is wrong. Just because usually an artist can't focus on what is wrong, because the artist look at the bike, he really did a great job because the bike is really good, but he can't catch what is wrong because it's something very detailed and specific for someone who doesn't ride a bike. For example, the main wrong thing in the black Suzuki is that the exhaust was totally wrong, because the shape, the 3D shape was totally different. So also all the proportion of the bike on the right, the red Ducati, was the windshield was all wrong. But the artist just didn't catch it because he doesn't have the vision to see it. The same is done with the cars. These are the cars of WRC. You can see, for example, the car on the right, the Peugeot, that in the 3D model didn't have the exhaust, for example. This is a macroscopic thing, but you can catch the reason. So you can see also the fender in the Renault that is different, or also the bonnet in the Lancia that misses some grills and some parts. Okay. Here it is another interesting thing, because let's allow us to really get close to the real bikes, to the engineers, and to the real teams, is the sound design. Because to make a good game, a good licensed game, we also need to put everything it's real in it, also the audio and the sounds. So we had to collaborate with the promoter of several of the different championships. Here, this is a test case of the Superbike. We had to work with Infront that sent emails to every team and made the team took their bike to us, to our dyno truck that we rent for that day, and this is it. Guys are just setting the whole instruments to get the engines. Sound designers always look strange. So this was the real bike. Now the bike in the game. It took about 4 entire days to record all the bikes from all the classes of the Superbike Championship. here the volume is not very high, but I can assure you that it's really mind-blowing. So there is also the physics. That is probably our main task, because as we do all those tasks that we saw just a few moments ago, for example, recording the audio is something that takes you time to prepare everything. You have to contact the promoter, you have to deal with teams, you have to set up, also to make some recording sessions somewhere else just to try the sound check, okay? To try the microphones, you have to train the people to go there. But it's something that can be done in 2 weeks, I think. Now you also you have to check the 3D models of the trucks, of the bikes, of the cars, but it's something that you can do, for example, 1 hour per day as the artist finish their work. What you do in the other in the rest of the development time is balancing the physics. And this is something really challenging because for simulating our cars and bikes, we have like 400 parameters. You will see later a small part if the codec allows us to see it. And changing just one of those parameters in a way that is not correct could lead to a disaster. Okay, the game can be completely unplayable by making a mistake in just one parameter. So it's really difficult to balance everything, and it took months to deal with the programmers, with the coders to get the code, to revise the code, to try if everything works, then to make play testing, to make hundreds of virtual labs on virtual tracks to balance the gameplay. So I will show you that in the first part of the video, the car is right as the game on the shelf is.
Ready? Go! Hairpin right. Hairpin left.
Okay, that was a normal power slide. Then I changed just one parameter among 400, and this is the result. The car thinks it's a bike. Just shifted the weight on the back end of the car. Then I put everything back and I changed another one parameter.
Something wrong?
Yeah, there is. And this is the result.
Oh no!
So,
Hairpin right.
So imagine having an hands-on with the press tomorrow. I check in some mode in the parameters, and I put a typo in the XML. I do something wrong. That is the result. So it's really stressing to work on physics. This is the overprint part of the work that the racing group follows. We call it it's called the gauge. It's the overprint that says show you the RPM of the bike. So here you see from the concept on the null milestone game Superbikes Riding Challenge back in PS2 2006. That was a concept made with paint, and then you see the ideas of the artists, the first and the second. They wanted to create something beautiful, okay? And I think that it was beautiful, everything worked fine. The problem is when you ride, you stick your eye to the center of the track, okay? So we had to go to the artist and says, and say, okay, we are here again because we want to complain again about what you did. We prefer to move the red indicator that flashes on the left, because doing that, a player that can use manual transmission without moving the eyes from the center of the track can see the red light flash, okay, and can change gear correctly without even caring of what it's doing. So this is something that can look very minimal, very marginal or silly, but it's something that if you can really take care of all of these details in the whole game, this makes the difference, because it makes the difference between a normal game and a real racing game that is made by passionate people for passionate gamers. Okay, and all this feeling, all these racing spirits is conveyed not only when the player ride a beautiful modeled bike in a perfect track with a perfect gameplay. It's also made when the player is around in the menu, because you have to be put inside the real paddock, the real show. So this is why the racing group takes part also in the meetings regarding the more general issues of the game, for example, the menu. Here I will show you. Oh no, corrupted again. Okay. This PC. Oh. Okay. For example, we decided in the menu to put in some typical elements. You will see a little part in the time attack. It's not really visible now. Sorry for the inconvenience. We decided to put some carbon-looking bars, and for example, by switching category from Super Sport, Super Stock, and Super Sport, the bars switched to aluminum, to steel, to leather, like the jacket one. Just to make the player feel at home, because if someone plays Superbike, it's probably because he loves Superbikes, he loves bikes, and he wants to really to feel at home with the jacket he has on his suitcase, etc. And now, just to conclude the presentation, I will show you something that is shown here for the very first time, because we're working on a new game that is the FIM Motocross World Championship official game. So the one you are seeing in the center of the screen is our 3D model for a motocross bike. So this is our next effort. We are now in a very pre-alpha state of the whole development process. So our publisher, Blackbean, will tell later when the game will come out, but it's something that is really a new challenge for us, because it's the first time we switch back to the off-road, but with a bike. So everything is really different. The gameplay has to be different, and also the bikes are different, the sense of speed, and what makes the motocross fun is very different from what makes the WRC fun. So we are taking this new challenge with our passion. Okay, so if you want to join us, please send your CV at this address, and we will be very pleased to meet you. If you have some questions, I'm here.